and NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP WUMP and NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. That was a strange sound. And NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. Bang, and NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP, thump. Scree and NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. Hold steering wheel straight. Gently apply brake and NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. With more calm than he would have imagined he could muster in such a scenario, Norman eased the wheel, hand over hand, rightward into an abandoned family dollar lot where the big SUV came to an unbalanced halt, barely having the energy remaining to rock backward from the inertia. With a twist of the wrist, Norman killed the engine, then he removed the keys from the ignition and sat in relative silence, regaining his composure and letting the adrenaline work its way out of his system. And NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. It was after 5 in the evening, early in December. Winter had properly set in, and if not for the heater it would be more than nerves, causing Norman's hands to tremble. The car made clicking noises that reminded him of old family trips when he was a kid. Nothing specific, but the memories were tied with happiness and warm emotion, so the sound was always welcome. In NBSP semicolon and 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 NBSP. Now that the worst of it was over, Norman found himself laughing, the sound muffled and distinct in the sound-deadened vehicular interior. It wasn't only the intensity of the moment, nor only that he had survived, always an occasion for celebration, but that he had handled the situation with, if he were allowed a moment to vaunt, aplomb. And NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. Of course, now there were other concerns. Norman had a flat tire, a dead cell phone and a hungry cat at home for whom he'd purchased a special treat, an early Christmas gift. When Christmas came he would feel guilty about having no gift and would buy Norman, also the name of his cat, another treat. This had been a miscalculation on his part when he made the mistake 2 years ago, but now it had become a tradition, and Norman, the cat, now expected his first treat on December 4th. And NBSP semicolon 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 and NBSP. That prospect of getting out of the warm vehicle and stepping out into the 55-degree air was only beaten in how full it sounded by the idea of changing a tire in the selfsame frigid air. But there was really no way around it. Norman would be expecting Norman to return with Norman's treat. We apologize for the terrible repetition in the previous clause, but there